Alright, so I'm going to be replacing the battery on this Acer Aspire S7 series, model MS2364. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is remove the screws from the bottom. These look to be T5 or Torx 5 screws. Okay, these are customer computers, so if you're watching this video, just know that I'm not going to be, I most likely won't have the computer. So if anything is missing from the video, I won't be really able to add anything to it. But anyways, take all the screws out, keep them in order because they can be different size, shapes, and lengths. The way I do that is I just take them out in rows and I put them on my desk in that pattern. And then that way I just put them back the same way. Okay. Just like that. I don't know if anything is missing from here because again they are customer computers. If somebody worked on it or opened it before, I wouldn't know. The customer brought me a battery to replace on it, so we're gonna go ahead and just swap that out. If I see anything internally that looks easy enough to kind of take apart or explain, then I will do that as well. But yeah, the main goal of this is to replace the battery. Okay, get all those screws. Okay, so now I'm gonna try with the suction cup first, just because the surface here is smooth. So let's see if that works. Okay, and it looks like the suction cup worked pretty well to remove this cover. All right, just had to kind of wiggle it around, and there we go. Cover's off. Battery seems really easy to get to. Oh, this is an old type of computer, so I don't see any removable RAM. I don't know if there's any RAM underneath. It doesn't look like it because this board seems so thin. So yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be upgradable removable RAM. It might be possible, but yeah, anyways, there's the two fans here. You got the LCD LVDS connector. If you're gonna mess with this, make sure remove the battery and press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds before messing with this connector. Fan connectors are here. They have these little latches that you pop up and then you can pull the ribbon cables. Same thing with all these cables under here. I'm gonna take out the battery and we'll see what's underneath, but this is probably the keyboard cable. This is a M-SATA SSD. So this is an older type of SSD. I don't think any newer computers use that anymore. They're all using PCIe NVMe SSDs now, or the 2.5-inch SATA ones. There's the BIOS or CMOS battery here. I believe this cover has, yeah, it has a battery reset button. So if your computer's having issues, you can use like a needle or a bent paper clip to push. It'll push this button in here. You can press and hold that 10 to 15 seconds, and sometimes it'll help if there's like a BIOS issue or something the computer's not turning itself on. Alright, anyways, we're going to remove the battery now, so we're going to go ahead and remove all the, these are PH1 screws. It looks like there's one here. These seem to be held in, I guess, from the outside case screws. Is there really only one screw? I'll be amazed. Okay, it looks like there's only one screw in the middle. Alright, so once you get that screw out, you can pull this battery down, and then what you do is just get, or you can, usually I would use my fingernails in there and then kind of wiggle this, but it looks like there's not much room to do that. And then I kind of don't really like using other kinds of tools. You can try with like plastic pry tools, but anyways, we can actually just grab the cable as close to the battery as possible. Make sure to keep the computer steady. You can kind of hold it somehow. Let me see if I can zoom out and show you. So I'm going to just kind of hold the side of the board and the back of the casing here. And then what I'm going to do is just grab this wire and just, oops, that came out easier than I thought. But normally what I do is I kind of just wiggle it like that and as I'm pulling, and eventually it just pops out. And then also keep in mind the order of the cable, so black, black, and red, red. So the black is going towards this side and the red is going towards the SSD side. So keep that in mind. We are just going to put this back. The SSD looks simple to remove. There's actually just one screw here. So if you did want to take this out and upgrade it, you can take that screw out and then you just pull it up slightly and pull it back. All right, but this is a very, it looks to be a very simple to replace part. There's a trackpad cable here. Again, this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the keyboard cable. You got a cable going here for this, looks like a microphone. Yep. And then you got this cable here going under this. I don't know what that's for. I don't know. This looks like it's also going back into the keyboard area. So I guess there's two keyboard cables. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Anyways, we're going to put this connector back in. All right. And I like to kind of squeeze both pieces together. All right. Get it lined up and pinch both together. This one seems to be kind of difficult, so I guess I can't do that. I'm going to have to actually use my fingers here while I push this connector in, and it looks like it's plugged in all the way. Okay, then we just slide the battery back up into its spot. Make sure to get these little screw mounts lined up over here on the side, left side, okay, and the right side. And this battery seems to be slightly too not wide enough. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me pull these connectors out of the way. We're gonna match up this side first. Okay, just like that. Right, I'm pulling these cables out of the way so that they're nicer. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and swing this over. And here you can see it doesn't match up right. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm going to take a screwdriver. Let's see, I'm going to try and find one that will match the size of that hole better. So I'm going to use this 2.5, I don't know what that would be called. Actually, I'll use a bigger one. Let's try using we'll use this. So 3, okay, so a socket. Nope, that's too big. Will the 2.5 socket one work? Nope, that's too big. So we're going to have to use, I guess, a 3.5 of this, okay? So I'm going to use that and get in this, the plastic piece here, and I'm going to use that to help pull it over, just like this, and hopefully I can get it, oops, drop in place. Nope. Oh, I got it, okay. So as you can see, now I got it. I had to basically stretch the battery over. I don't know why it's so difficult like that. And then this is also not lined up right, so I'm gonna push that downwards that way. Let me zoom out. Maybe I'll take it out and then show this again, just so you can get a better idea. I was zooming out in so you could see what I was doing, but I guess then it blocks some other stuff. So let's pop this back out, and then I'll show it again. All right, so we'll pop the battery out. Okay, I did hook on this side first from onto that raised mount. If you want, you can get the center piece here next. And then, as you can see, this isn't really reaching. So what I did, I took the screwdriver and then I pulled that outwards as I kind of get it to drop into place. Okay, go, and there. All right, so we got it into place. Hopefully this battery won't have any issues. It's kind of, they didn't design it the right size, so maybe it's not too good. But anyways, we'll take that screw, put that back in the center. I like to turn it backwards, hear it click, and then twist it forward. All right, make sure these wires are not in the way. Again, they are kind of not aligned properly, so there's all this excess slack here. Okay, so we got that, and now we just put the cover back on. Very simple to do. They did damage the charge port here. I'm not sure how difficult it would be to replace the charge port on here. It is on a cable, but I'm not sure where it plugs into the board. Let me see if I take this piece out, because the customer might want to eventually swap that. Okay, they were telling me that it was loose and they kind of had to wiggle it around to get it to charge. So let's see. So there's that one screw there, and then we can hopefully pull this connector up. Might have to go from the tail and the front and kind of just wiggle it to get it up. Come on. Wow, it's stuck in there pretty strong. There we go. Come on, it's moving a little. Yep, you just got to keep wiggling it, and eventually, there we go. All right, so we got that, and the connector appears to be, wow, it's, why'd they put it so far under there? So the connector goes like far underneath this board. I'm not sure where it connects to the board, but it's not easy to get to. Let me try actually removing the SSD as well and see if I can see that. So there's one screw here. You do want to be careful because you don't want to yank out this cable. Okay, take that out. And we're going to lift the SSD up, and it looks like this cable's slightly in the way, so you want to be careful. All right, pull that up. And this part does move slightly, but I still don't see where this connects into the main. Oh my goodness, does the cable go all the way under there? Okay, no, that's gonna be like, you have to remove the whole board. So the cable actually runs all the way somewhere over here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that be. But yeah, that kind of sucks. Alright, so we're gonna put this back into place. Hopefully this helps you, like if you were to see what you would have to do to replace that port, maybe you won't even attempt it. But yeah, so it looks like if you wanted to replace the charge port, you'd have to take the whole motherboard out, which it shouldn't be too difficult, but I don't know if the customer will want to pay what it would cost to do that, so we'll see. Alright, let's get this screw and we'll put this back. I'll let my customer know. Usually I can tell, I'll check like what the part costs, or I'll look for a replacement part online, and then usually from the picture of the replacement part I can tell how long that cable is and everything like that, and that will help me decide like how far that cable goes that I need to take it apart. Alright, so the SSD, I have to move this part of the cable out of the way, drop it in place. Alright, and then we'll just tighten the screw back down. Alright, so let's put back this cover. Just drop it back on top, of course. This cover was very easy to remove, so I think you just drop it in and push everything down. You might have to actually lift up the front and then clip in the back first, because that's kind of how we pulled the cover off. So let's go ahead and clip in this, the back piece first, and then we can let the front go down. There we go. And now let's just put back all the screws. So those are the T5 bits back. There we go. And we'll just put back all these screws. But that's pretty much all there is to this. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. You're welcome to stay until the rest. But yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna be putting back the screws. This might actually be a T6, so I'm gonna check. Yeah, it might work better with a T6 screwdriver. Hopefully you guys didn't already mess up your screws. If it's loose, make sure you use a different screwdriver. But yeah, I was able to take them all out with the T5 no problem, so you shouldn't have any issue unless your screwdriver is not too good, like doesn't fit too well. Alright, I'll probably put in the title that it's a T6 screwdriver, but yeah. Okay, and there we go. So that's all there is to this. Again, hopefully this video was useful. If it was, please like, subscribe, help others find my videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, bye.